Hello and welcome to the World Affairs and Worldwide. Of late, we have seen a new development between the war of Russia and Ukraine, which has already been going on for past over 3 years, non-ending. When Ukrainian President Zelensky made a successful operation of drone attack on 5 Russian bases, which were located at a distance of 2000 km to 6000 km from Ukrainian border. Targeting these 5 bases, the government of Ukraine made a successful drone attack and destroyed more than 41 bombers of Russia, causing a heavy loss or damage to Russian government of more than $7 billion. And the unfortunate thing is that this spider web operation which the Russian government official told was launched at such a time when the conference was already going on in a third country to make a peace dialogue or ceasefire between the two countries already at war by Ukraine. The decision and the precision of targeting these 5 Russian air bases by Ukrainian government is very frustrating thing. And officially the Ukrainian President Zelensky told that they had been preparing for this operation for the last 1.5 years, and they launched this operation successfully, targeting multiple Russian air bases and destroying their 41 nuclear bombers. Also, he added that they have set a new example of the modern warfare to the world community. And this spider web operation, as they named it, will be registered and remembered in the pages of history. In fact, this incident has intensified the tension between the two countries, and directly the President Zelensky has provoked or excited and invited US President Vladimir Putin for a heavy counter attack. Now the question is, will the Russian government or the Vladimir Putin tolerate this heavy loss or unexpected drone attack operation on 5 Russian air bases? Obviously not. US President Vladimir Putin, of course, will respond it heavily, immediately, and it might happen that President Vladimir Putin of Russia may take a retaliatory action with nuclear weapons. We cannot rule out this right now. But before we go deep into the detail of Russian retaliatory action, let us talk about the preparation of the operation of spider web, especially launched by Ukrainian government to destroy and target 5 Russian air bases, and they were successful in executing their operation well. Now the question is, how they entered into the territory of Russia and how they got their attacking drones delivered nearby the targeted air bases, where from they were operated and launched remotely. How this happened? This is really very challenging job. As the Ukrainian President Zelensky officially told that they had already been planning for this Operation Spiderweb, which they named it, and for the execution of this operation, precisely they made a successful move. Firstly, they were able to set up their office in Russian territory next to the headquarters of. How they were able to set up their office next to the headquarters of Russian Intelligence Bureau, so that the Russian officials or the Russian government might not suspect about the activity the least. They set up their operational office just next to the headquarters of the Intelligence Bureau of Russia. How surprising really it is. It can make everyone wonder how sensitive and how planned they actually were. How can this happen? These are some of the questions that might creep into our mind. But these questions will be answered on later. Let us talk about the move or the action they took for the successful operation of drone attack on Russian air bases, and how they were able to pose a difficult challenge to nuclear superpower Russia inside the territory of their own country. This is of course very complicated, you can understand it very well, and how difficult task it was and how complicated it has been to the Ukrainian. However, the Russian Defense Ministry officials claim that they were able to foil drone attacks on 3 Russian air bases, and they protected their air bases. Only 2 of the air bases were destroyed and targeted. Now the question is, the air bases were located at a distance of 2000 km to 6000 km from Ukrainian border. Still, the Ukrainian government and officials managed successful operation of attacking by drones on Russian territory. Also, they operated their office from the territory of Russia. This is really very terrific, and there are multiple questions to be answered in future. Now let us talk about the Russian response and the retaliation. As we all know that Russia is a nuclear superpower, and after suffering a great loss of destroying 41 bombers and the secret drone operation by Ukraine on the territory of Russia. Now the Russian President Vladimir Putin is not going to keep. Now the Russian president has no other